came about when I used to custom haul a lot of grain with Super Bees, and I would go to the farms and help them drag that grain hose around, and then I would sit in the truck and think how to make it a little easier.
Gordon Booth designed the machine you see here, which is called the Ultra Cart. Booth grows cereal grains, oilseeds, and pulse crops on his Sylvan Lake, Alberta farm, allowing him to try his idea on various crops and get it working just the way he wanted. As you can see here, the cart attaches to the end of the grain vac hose and moves it around the bin with little physical effort from the operator.
You can go in there and you can clean more than one bin in a day and not be tired at night.
The controls for the Ultra Cart are on removable handlebars, so the operator can either stand on the cart or run it off to the side. The cart generally works well either way on the bin floor, so Booth says where to run it from is usually a matter of personal preference. But there is one advantage to standing on top of the cart.
Traction, especially when you're just starting the bin, to get room, it's better to stand on it. It'll move around in there to get an area clean. Once you get a fairly sized area cleaned out, then you can step off it and stand beside it.
One of Booth's main goals in this project was to move the Ultra Cart around in the bin quickly and easily. He achieved this by running it like a skid steer. The cart's movement comes from little solenoids that control its electric motors off the two toggle switches on the handlebars.
Whatever your switch is up on front, you have two switches for forward and backwards, and if you want to go straight forwards, you push them both on, and if you want to turn to the left, you push one forwards and one reverse to get the skid steer style.
Two specially designed 12-volt electric motors are used to power the Ultra Cart, one for each side.
It's chain driven in here to drive one wheel, so it's direct drive off one wheel and then a chain to the other one in this channel.
The juice for the electric motors comes from a standard 12-volt battery. Booth says a good charge on a used battery can give the cart enough power to clean out 3 19-foot grain bins.
Most farmers have a lot of batteries sitting around, so I wanted to design it so it was quickly strapped on for different sizes of batteries.
The original cart had a 10-foot electric cord from the controls to the electric motors, but Booth had some trouble with getting it tangled up in the cart's tires. He has since gone to an 8-foot cord, which made it a lot easier to manage. Booth has found that the cart gets around well on all different types of bin floors.
As long as the cart can get down to the ground level, like the cement or wood or whatever floor you have aeration, then it's got fairly good traction to move around.
The grain nozzle that fits on the end of the grain vac hose is part of the Ultra Cart. Booth added a flap on the end of the nozzle to regulate the amount of grain flowing into the grain vac. The flap has 4 settings for different situations. Booth likes to have it wide open while driving into a pile, but prefers to close it a bit once the grain is nearly gone.
It cleans the floor nice, so you have some options because there's different vacuums out there what use different sizes of suction, and it makes quite a difference to have the right adjustments on the cart.
The Ultra Cart only weighs about 62 pounds without the battery and the nozzle, making it easy to carry into or out of a bin. Getting it assembled and ready to use only takes a minute or two. Booth believes he may have come up with a way to decrease the cart's weight even more without sacrificing any traction.
Yeah, the only steel is the control bar, and we think we might eliminate that and go aluminum just to get a little lighter.
The height of the nozzle and its distance from the bin floor are adjustable, allowing each operator to run their system in a way that is most comfortable for them.
Once you get the cart adjusted, you won't, for your vac, you'll never have to adjust it again unless you're outside doing grain piles outdoors where you might have to adjust it for the surface.
With the various adjustments, Booth says the Ultra Cart can be used on every major grain vac on the market. The Ultra Cart sells for about $2,000 Canadian dollars, which includes everything except the battery.